Welcome back to another episode of I Still Don't Have the Name, so we'll figure it out. Today I have a visitor, a guest, who is my best friend. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so what are we going to be talking about today?
Yeah.
We will be talking about what?
Like the life in Canada, how different it is from back home.
Oh, so the differences we encountered since.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
How long have you been in Canada?
I've been here almost 10 years now.
Huh?
Maybe 10 years in December.
Serious?
Yes, serious.
Well, I've been here for maybe 7 years.
Mm.
Oh wow. Okay. So how is it so far though? I'm getting used to it.
Yeah, I think I already got used to it some time back. Yeah. So for now it's just it's become almost like a new normal. Being.
What was the main thing you have encountered since moving to Canada that is totally different from back home? Like way different. You're like, what the heck is going on? Excuse my language.
Yeah. I was expecting things to be different when I was coming, so I sort of came prepared, to face a different life and maybe not be affected by it. Because I remember when the first time I was coming, those advice that you're given, and my mom was like, stay away from alcohol, from drugs, from women. I had that in my mind that, okay, so it's cool I took you there, so just go and concentrate on that and everything. Yeah, so I came with the mentality of wanting to be a good boy. So then that means that I was ready to go against anything that I may find like strange or something that are different from back home.
So there's nothing specific like that you can. For me, to be honest, about how people are so intimate in public.
Yeah.
Back home, especially where I came from, in the camp, I'll just say it.
Yeah.
People don't really all ends or
Yeah.
kiss or hug in public. It's like, I don't know if it's a taboo or it's just a thing that is not allowed, but I haven't seen it. But in Canada, hata kwa bus, kwa train stations, like everywhere, people are like this. Okay, so and I was like, what the heck? And I did not have a boyfriend at that time, so I was like, I find it really weird, but I got used to it and I started doing it too. And so, like they say, if you go to Rome, you behave like Romans. That's what I try to do. But that was the main culture shock for me. Yeah, like seriously. And food too. What about food for you?
The food for me was the first few weeks, because I lived on campus when I came. So when I was living on campus, then we were given meal cards for meal plans. So and then I had to, so which means I had to eat on campus in the cafeterias there. And so at first I had challenges with it, but since I had like my friends that I had gotten made there, they always told me, this is the best. The first time I would eat it to taste weird because they will have maybe the sweet, have certain types of different taste. But then after a while I started getting, it's sort of like the only thing that I had anyway, so I started getting used to them and even getting to a point of liking it. So it did not really take me a while to love the food.
Did you like burgers?
Exactly. Yeah, I loved burgers. At first, I thought they would be weird, but then I started enjoying them, trying different types, and going with them. Yeah. But coming back to the point of the one that you said about like how intimate people get. Yeah. Like for me, it wasn't that weird because I was sort of introduced to it when I was back in Kenya. But the first time when I was in Kenya, I was actually weird because I remember my then girlfriend coming to our place, like home where I was staying. We were staying in Eldoret, and then we were just come from school, just finished, and then she came home to visit. And then while we were going, I was taking her to the bus stop. She was holding my hand, and I was feeling really weird because like in the community, I wasn't used to that. We were not used to that, and I was like, what if people see us? Everything. But then with time, I started getting used to like it's okay. So then when I see people, just anything.
It's okay. It's not a big deal.
Even smile because
Yeah, people in love next to you.
They're in love.
Oh my God, light went down.
Is the laptop charging?
It's not charging. Nikijifunza kila kitu nimejifunza.
Oh.
No, but serious though. Right. Okay. So what else? Apart from food and eating.
Apart from food and everything. Well, I was saying that I came sort of, but sometimes I feel as if I did not really get the Canadian experience, like full one, because I came prepared to resist everything. Right? Yeah. So sometimes I feel like I did not, like, if probably I would have more stories to tell, like of experiences if I had let go. But sometimes I don't know if that's a good thing or not, because like when I first came, like my friends, the ones from campus, they were so ready to introduce me to a lot of things. But then since I turned out to be someone who is sort of like more conservative, then
Oh, that's good then. I think for us, we struggle a lot. I feel like life ya Canada ilikuja tu na full force like into Edinburgh sana. Kazi, shule. And you know the problem is we came here. Say school visa, right? So it's like we have to start from zero. School, look for school, get our documents, get a job, things like that. Apply for student loan. We did not know any of this. The struggle we were going through, I swear. You print like 100, 200 resumes. Oh yeah, just all over the places. Yeah, dropping the resumes, and here you are with the school trying to get student loan. Oh my God, that's why I started school very late, because I keep applying for student loan. Oh, something's missing. School's starting soon, and they keep saying something's missing. Start all over again. Naanza tena. My uncle was so. I feel like I'll blame my uncle for sure. My uncle alituleta Canada. I won't say Canada. We were supposed to be in Ontario, but then he decided to like bring us to Calgary, and then he just leave us there. Now we're just struggling. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. I feel like it was really
like I hear you, because if you don't have someone to guide you through stuff here, then it can be really difficult. Like for me, like I was lucky because I had the sponsoring group, and then so they were doing, even from the first moment I landed, I had everything like figured out, introduce friends, and like, so I would be meeting different people, would be going different places, taking me to the bank to get my card, or like buying the stuff for and everything, making sure that I have everything sort of which, like, if I was to do those things on my own, then that would have been difficult, right? So
yeah, that's true. But you know what? We actually had a counselor in Windsor area. We had like someone taking care of us. But after we decided to move
to Calgary,
so they're like, okay, now you sort everything out yourself and take care of yourself. And so that's how, yeah. And the weather?
I came in the winter. I came on, like, it was one of, like, I heard it was one of the worst winters, because and then, so when we went to it was on the New Year's, we went, I was only, I think, two days before the New Year's, like, in Canada, and so we went to the celebration square in Mississauga, around there in Ontario, because they were doing like a New Year celebration there at night. So I went there with some of the guys who was from the sponsoring group. It was cold. Like that night, it was feeling like -41. Right? I still remember it because I was freezing. So we were in the square, and then there was some musicians were singing, because it was sort of like a concert, and then everyone was so full. The place was full of people. And then I was freezing, and then so I could not tell the guys that I was actually not enjoying it, because I wanted them to see that I was enjoying it. But my hands were freezing, my legs, and it was.
I'll cry.
It was so bad. I almost cried actually.
No, imagine -41 in Ontario. I wonder what it was in Alberta.
Oh yeah.
Seriously. Thank God I was not here. But I think we got so used to the cold and stuff, because we did not have a car for a few years.
So taking the bus, right?
Taking the bus, oh my god. I remember I was going to school. I was so cold. I feel like I got frostbite or something. So I went to class and I started crying. I saw, and the teacher was like, okay, let's give Nyakim a few minutes to cry. I swear I couldn't control my tears, and I was so used to crying because I got used to living with my mom, and so coming to Canada, I was like, what the? The problem with buses, if you miss one, you have to wait for so long for the second one, and then waiting outside. Oh my god!
Sometimes the funny thing, like a bus would come and then it says not in service, right?
I can never forget that pain. Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
I wonder. No, I feel like that's why Maisha Canada is really good right now. Because we're helping new people. Before there was nothing like that for us, right?
Oh, so my Maisha Canada does.
I think Maisha Canada came after.
Yeah.
After we were already here.
Yeah.
Anyway, you don't know anything about Maisha Canada. Right?
Yeah.
No, but seriously, I think it's good for the newcomers.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's good. Because once you have people to tell you, what to do, or take you around stuff, show you around, and then it makes it easier. Or even just someone to talk to, say, okay, I want to apply for this. How do I do it? And someone will tell you, okay, go here, go there, go there.
When I first came here, I thought spending $100 was so nothing. Go to the Russia. Oh, I like these headphones. Oh,
you buy
them. I can't believe.
Were you are not working for it yet, right? Or are you working for the money at that time?
I don't even know. You know what? It was a struggle because when we moved from Ontario to Alberta, we did not get paid for 3 months. So for 3 months we had nothing going on. We just stayed at my uncle's place because they were trying to transfer our papers from Ontario to Nadi, and it took so long. So that time we had nothing. So after we got the money, we felt very rich because 3 months money, right? So they gave it to us all together. And so it's like, oh my god, I have money. So we just kept buying stuff. I can't believe now it's like, oh my god, spending $20 so hard to. Oh, I should.
No, I remember getting my first. Okay, that's so after because this the scholarship usually for the first year they take care of everything, right? And then the next year you start applying for OSAP. I remember the first time I applied for my OSAP, and then I went to I applied first, and then I got
apply for what?
OSAP.
What is that?
Oh, if you're not from Ontario, it's the student loan. Yeah.
Oh, it's called OSAP?
Yeah. OSAP. So when I first applied for it, I got some money, right? And then there was a lady I was working with at the international center. She was one of the people who take care of the new students, right? And then she asked me, "Oh, did you get your OSAP?" I said, "Yeah." And then she's like, "Oh, how much did you get?" And I said, and she's like, "Do you want more?" So I was like, can I get more? Because more money is always good. She's like, yeah, you can just, I can, or if you want, I can tell them to. So I was like, yeah, sure. So she went, they talked to the finance commercial advisor, and then they called me in, and then financial advisor started making some calculations. And I said, okay, so I'll give you this, you'll get this much more money. And then I saw the money. It was so much, really, really more than. And then he was like, don't get too excited and use it. And then I'm like, yeah. But obviously I got too excited. It was a lot of money. Not even ask for my name.
Can you introduce yourself? Oh my god, I'm not used to this. Please introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Kao Nyakim. Yes, so I came to Canada 2013 December, so through. So been here for a while.
So what did you study?
I did professional writing and communication.
Why did you choose that? I wonder, I always wonder, how did you choose that?
It seems weird, right?
Yeah.
When I came to Canada, I wanted to study law. I think I had wanted to study law from high school, because when I was in high school, I never knew what I wanted to do. People were like, oh, you want to study medicine, but I was like, no, that's something that I've never been into. I remember my cousin used to call me Doctor Dr. Kama, but then that was not me. So I said, okay, I can do law, right? So I came, I watched law series, Suits, which one, Boston Legal, all those ones. I had a friend of mine, we used to, when we were in the camp, when we had applied for us, we used to watch those series together and talk about it and argue when we were planning to become lawyers, right? So I came to Canada but then I came and I found out that they had placed me in mathematics, computer science and statistics, right? That's what that's the program that they given me.
Also, you did not choose, they gave it to you.
At first, yeah. At first, they had given it to me because I came late, right? I did not have that opportunity. I came in December, and the first semester was already gone. So they had already signed me up for just so that I can be in school, right? Together. So I went and I was like, okay, so then, so I tried. I did, since I wanted to do law, I took some math classes because that was the program that I was in for computer science and statistics. But I also took some humanities because I wanted to do law the first time, right? So I went and my friends would come to me, well, which program are you in? I would be like, computer science, statistics. Like, wow, that's amazing. That's a really good, that's a really good program. We should continue. I'm like, no, but I don't want to do it. I'm like, no, just do it. There's a lot of money in it, right? But then with time, I started to realize that since I had, since I was doing, since I wanted to do law, right, then I would have to finish first and then go to law school, and then in my head I'm like, do I really want to do that again? Like, do I want to continue and then go do another schooling, right? Yeah, but still, I was still thinking about it until one day I decided to take a writing class, just one class, because I love to write when I was in high school. I used to write plays and stuff for a drama club, and so I came and I took a writing class. I took one writing class in the summer just to try it out. It was creative writing. I went to class and I started writing, so I was enjoying it. And from there, like from the first time, just my professor told me, like, you have a talent, you're trying to write. Why are you not in the writing program? And then I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Like right now I'm in math and computer science, so I'm not really sure because I wasn't really thinking of doing writing. Yeah, but once I finished that class, my professor sent some of my stories that I had written, short stories in that class, sent them to a publishing, like a publishing press, and it's called Life Rattle, and they picked 3 of them for publishing, and during the winter break, like one of the years, was it 2014 winter, I got an email, received an email from the publishers, like one of the editors, and they're like, oh, we received your stories and we would like to work with you, and so that they can feature on our radio, like on our Life Rattle podcast, and also if they are picked, then they can be published in one of the books, short story books. And they're like, oh, that's nice. And then I was like, how did you get them? Like, oh, your professor said them to us. Like, okay, cool. So I started working with one of the editors, and the editor was just giving me praises here and there all the time. And then I started to feel like, like,
This is where I belong.
maybe this is right. This is right, because I was good at it, even though I was not thinking about it. So the next year I decided to take more classes for the writing, right? And ever since, every time I take a class, then my professors will be like, wow, you have this talent, so you should continue doing it, right? So I decided to say, okay, I'll do it as a major, and then also do other stuff that I may want to do on the side, like some other minors. And that's how I got into professional writing and communication. And ever since, it was something that came naturally, I guess, because I enjoyed it. And I knew for a fact that it's not an easy place to be, especially writing, or if you want to write books or stuff like that. It's not something that easily sells very easily. And that's one of the things that we learned when we are doing writing classes, that writers don't make money. And well, at first they don't, but then but eventually, if you found your place and what you want to do, and if it's something that you can wake up in the morning and you're okay with doing it, and you're going to sleep and you're fine with it, and then eventually you can make a living with it, or you can make a life with it, and it becomes more fulfilling. Yeah. So
what would
that's-
you be writing? Novels or shows or TVs?
yeah.
Where
So-
are you leaning toward?
Oh yeah, I'm leaning more towards TV shows and movies, but then like also writing novels and yeah. So eventually, it is professional writing, right? So it's sort of it goes beyond just that. So all kind of writing, creative writing, but all kinds of writing. Yeah. So hopefully, like when I retire, maybe in the future, I don't think writers ever really retire because you can continue writing even though. But when eventually when I do that, then I would want to have like a catalog or a library of everything that
That's cool.
I have written or everything that
Well, once you're
that's the
famous,
goal.
please come back and talk.
Once I get famous,
Once you get famous, come back here
yeah,
and then introduce yourself again.
yeah. Well, hopefully I do. Well, I used to say that I want to make a lot of money, but I don't want to get famous. That's what I always say.
So you just want money, not fame.
Because fame comes with its.
But if you're
but
famous, you make money.
If you're famous, that's what I realized.
Yeah.
If you're famous, you can make money. But the thing is, like, it's just that I don't want it to drive my career or my writing, because at the end of the day, like I try to be. I think this might sound cliche, but to be authentic to yourself. So write it for you, but not because like you want to.
I mean, you can still follow your
to
principle,
impress people.
even when you're famous.
It gets difficult.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today. This is what I still don't have the name for this, so I don't know how to call it. But this is it. We are done. Bye.
Bye.